Welcome back to Pinpoint Pictures. I'm your host, P. Every year I kind of go into the whole month of October just on a horror movie fest. This year, nothing is different. I even got the kids on some really lightweight, minor things, more comedy horror that they could even check out. Just in case you was needing something to watch or you didn't know how to start, I got you covered. This is a little bit a sample size of what I start with, man. I'm going to give you 6 of some of my favorites just to start the year off on a spooky note. You know, if you want to get into the spooky season and get it kicked off just right. First off, I'm going to start with Stop Motion. Just Right, directed by Robert Morgan. It's 2023 psychological horror debut. A stop-motion animator by Robert Morgan. Mental trauma after her mother falls ill, becomes obsessed with the new film that she's working on, dealing with her own mental. I'm gonna tell you that I think that this one right here, it got this whole sense of dread the entire movie. You can kind of feel the pressure that the main character is feeling after dealing with her mother and what she's going through and what's driving her crazy. Leading in this spiral dealing with her mother and what she a really dark place. So I definitely say that you should check this one out. You can find this one on Shudder. Next, we're gonna go with Starry Eyes. A 2014 horror film starring Alexandra Esso as a young aspiring starlet who finds that fame's price isn't always easily paid. As to become the star she hopes to be, she must make a deal with the devil. This one here is creepy all the way through, gives it like a nightmarish vibe. You know how they probably really truly get down out in Hollywood, and some of these girls that just want to make it so bad, want the fame, what they may have to go through. But in this situation, it's a little bit more sinister. She's dealing with some dark, supernatural, kind of cult-like dealings and kind of cult-like. Check this one out. Everything doesn't go great for her. You know, like they say, you got to sell your soul to the devil, and it's a big price to pay. But you can find this one here on Shudder. It's on Vudu or Fandango. A little bit of an old school one for you. Just a personal favorite of mine. And this is Nightbreed. Just a personal 1990 horror film written and directed by Clive Barker based on the novella Cabal. Follows the unstable mental patient named Boone, who is falsely led to believe he's a serial killer. Mental patient named Doctor, who is falsely led to killer. Boone finds refuge in a cemetery where tribal monsters known as the Nightbreed are lurking. Boone is the actual killer. This is a cult classic. I mean, if you was watching horror movies back in the 90s, then you probably know this, especially if you're familiar with anything Clive Barker. You know, Clive Barker is well known for doing the Hellraiser series, and that's definitely one of my favorites. We'll get into that in another video. But this one here, no different than anything Clive Barker's into. You know, he likes to deal with type of monsters and creatures and a little bit from the, you know, the beyond. And he doesn't disappoint you with this. I love the creature design in this movie. Everything definitely for back then with the practical effects, creature design in this movie. And I mean, this one, like I said, it's a dear one to my heart. Creature design in this cult classic ever since the 90s. So definitely check this out. You can catch this on Stars and Peacock. Coming in next, definitely one of my favorites. This one crept in on me like 2016, I think, when it came out, which in my personal opinion was a great year for horror movies. Check out everything that came out in 2016 and you'll know exactly what I mean. But this is The Autopsy of Jane Doe. 2016 supernatural horror starring Brian Cox and Emile Hirsch as father and son coroners experiencing a supernatural phenomenon while examining the body of an unidentified woman. Right here, straight from the gate, gives you this creepy and mysterious tone. As soon as the movie starts and the story kind of unfolds and it shows you why this particular lady pops up on their table in the coroner's office. And this one here, I mean, check this one out. I think you'll dig it. It's got a little song that they use kind of for the little bop through the movie, or it kind of means something with the lady that's in the coroner's office, the dead body. And it just goes hand in hand with the movie, gives it that creepy feel. As more things are revealed, you'll definitely love it, and it's exactly how they show everything. Another one with great effects, excellent cinematography, the acting is perfect, the story is on point. So I say check this one out. You can catch this on Netflix and Shudder. Next, I've got The Cellar, a 2022 supernatural horror starring Alicia Cuthbert. It follows a family whose daughter disappears in the cellar of a large mansion estate that they just moved into. So this one right here has a dark and moody, crazy like creepy vibe for, almost like the haunted house feel. Perfect for October, one of those Friday nights or just any October night that you want to pop this in. This would be a perfect one. Alicia Cuthbert, perfect acting in this movie for the part. I think the story is really good and the cinematography once again is actually perfect. Everything about this gives you that creepy feel. Definitely a good movie. You can find this one on Hulu and Shudder. And last but not least, if any of the movies that were previous on this list spooked you out or just terrified you too much, we can end this one with a little bit lighter note. This one's called Sissy. Now, Sissy is a 2022 psychological horror starring Aisha D as a successful social media influencer invited to her childhood friend's bachelorette party, but the weekend becomes a nightmare as past trauma can't be avoided. Now, like I said, this is a fun little horror with a great performance by Aisha D. She really acts out the part. It's got a lot to do with like bullying early on in childhood when they're younger kids, and something catches up with them now that they're grown, and they all end up meeting up at this bachelorette party, and everyone's not knowing who's going to be there, and now you just run into them from a past problem that was pretty serious. How does everybody deal with it now? And I mean, I think you'll love this outcome. We love this movie at the house. I definitely recommend that you check this one out. You can find this one on Shudder. And if you've noticed that a lot of these movies that I've peeped out on here are probably on Shudder, hey, $5.99 is not bad. If you love horror movies, you're going to find everything that you could ever desire. Trust me, I mean, type it in, they've got it. And if not, then your other free option is Tubi, because Tubi don't play around either. But we'll get into that on the next video. I'm going to show you some more. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with the movies and have another list that goes deeper. Trust me, I've got a treasure chest of horror movies. Trust me, if you need some help with what to watch, I got you. Just holler at me. This is Pinpoint Pictures. Until the next one, 31 Days of Halloween. This will start you off. Get at me. Let me know. I'm out.